Hello, Professor Glass and classmates. The DSM-5 diagnostic criteria of dissociative identity disorder, also known as DID, is disruption of identity characterized by two or more distinct personality states. The man in this video has more than 53 personality states. He experiences recurrent gaps in the recall of everyday events, important personal information, such as when he didn't know his own wife, when he was in therapy, when he was acting under a different personality, he didn't know who she was. When he was acting under Tony, when he was back to that personality, then he remembered who his wife was. So those are some symptoms from the DSM that also correlate to the video of Tony. These symptoms cause clinically significant distress or impairment in his social, occupational, or other areas of functioning. That's also one of the other diagnostic criteria. And he definitely experiences significant distress or impairment in his social life because in the video, he looked severely distressed when he was in the therapy session. His hand was kind of like moving above his head and he kind of like couldn't sit still. Even verbally, he was kind of like annoyed and agitated, it seemed like, when he was answering the therapist. So those were examples of how he looked severely distressed and socially impaired. So I linked those two together from the DSM. He has different names for each of his disorders, and they all have their own voice. There are days he said that he can't control. Tony's personalities have secrets, and his personality change can be subtle or wrenching. In the blink of an eye, a hand movement, or if he coughs, that could mean that there's a change in his personality, that he's going to act under a different personality. He also said when he went to a wedding, he didn't remember that he was at the wedding. He said he blanked out that night. So those are all of the examples that kind of link what happened in the video to the diagnostic criteria of DID. Some scriptures that came to my mind was 2 Corinthians 10:5, taking every thought captive, and James 1:19, being slow to anger. Also Philippians 4:6-7, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. So even though Tony is experiencing these changes in personality, if he could really just grasp the peace of God, then I think that will help him the most, and anyone who kind of like goes through that. You know, no matter what personality he's acting under, if he could just grasp that peace, then maybe he could better deal with what's going on. Thank you.